Hello everyone, I'm Lloyd Moyer. In today's video, you're going to watch me make this little cherry bowl that I turned green and then put in the microwave so it could warp. It's one of several pieces that I've done like this recently, and this one turned out really well. I'm really happy with it. So thanks for watching. Enjoy. I have been getting some really great fun results with this cherry that actually was cut down last week um, just across the street from me here. Um, and I've been finishing it and throwing it in the microwave, and it's come out really well. So we'll see if this piece comes out as well. And I'm going to finish this, or I'm going to do this start finish. This is my big with my 5/8 bowl gouge, and I'm just on my screw chuck. Just have some bark coming off of there. This is on my screw center. Just getting it round first, and then we'll get a foot on it, so that if I have trouble with the screw chuck, I can just put it back into the foot. This is it's a fruit cherry tree. Literally, the tree is still growing, just about, not even maybe 30 yards from where we're standing, or where I'm standing. Just setting the diameter of my foot. Grab my spindle gouge and cut sort of straight in here. Probably will not keep the foot, because the piece will warp, and so that the foot will need to come off. I'm also test driving a new camera setup here. So I have some bark here that's actually on the foot. That may need to come off. And I'm just going to do this relatively, it's going to have a relatively simple shape, and I'm going to put some beads and grooves on it to accentuate the movement. Okay,
So just that little bit of bark right there, and I think I'm going to take this down a little bit more. So that I can then take the foot down. Just double checking the size of the foot so that in case I do decide I want to keep some of it, it's still the right size. My shear scraper. Oh, little flat spot. Let's see how. I'm actually going to flatten the top and see how much of that flat spot is still there. Just a bit. Okay. And I think the other couple, at the end of the video, I'll show you the other ones that I've done with this so far. I've just done a couple of beads. Maybe I'll do a couple more on this. So the way that I do these beads, let me see if I can get a better view. So it's actually a matter of raising the tool handle and then lowering the tool handle and turning it, opening the tool up a little bit, coming back in and then raising the tool handle back up on the other side, lowering the tool handle to come up, raising the tool handle to go down the other side of the bead. So it's not, there's not a whole lot of movement of the of opening and closing of the tool. There's not a lot of that. It's mostly raising and lowering the tool handle. All right. This is different sized beads, and I'm okay with that because they're just freehand. So now we're going to sand. And with the wood being wet, the first part of sanding, I'm actually just trying to dry off the surface so that I can actually gets some material to come off. And with this sandpaper anyway, it's cloth backed. Now you'll notice, because this wood is wet, where the faceplate, where the metal contacts the wood, it darkens it. So I have a little piece of remnant plastic bag that I put in between the wood and the chuck that protects it. Because even though I'm going to cut the foot off, I don't want the wood to be darkened where I'm not going to cut it off. And it's plastic, so it's thin and it won't get in the way. I'm going to keep using my my heavy gouge just for expediency. A little bit high. Taking this up to about 1400. A little bit of a rough bit there. I don't know what that was. Probably just me being a little bit too aggressive. So it pulled the wood out of the chuck a little bit. I'm trying to go quickly so that the wood doesn't move too much before I'm done. So not being as gentle as I probably should. I also keep getting these catches because I'm recording. If I wasn't recording, it'd be smooth. Just Murphy's Law. So in my career of turning, if you will, I have not done, or I have not had much luck turning bowls and then letting them warp. I've never had very many, I don't think I've had any saleable results, if that makes any sense. I don't think I've ever made one that I've said, oh, that looks really good, I can sell that. And with this particular tree, I've had 3 so far that have come out, and I said, that looks really good, that is sellable. Actually, they've looked good enough that I'm not sure if I want to sell them, because I think they're really cool and I like looking at them. I'm just trying to get a sense of how deep I am, and I think I'm okay. I'm not making this super thin, but it's not super thick either. Again, this tree was growing a week ago. Well, the tree's still growing. This part of this bowl was part of the tree a week ago. So it's very, very wet, and it's cherry, so that it is not only wet, but it is quite volatile. Fruit cherry like this is prone to split and crack and can be very challenging. I don't know why I'm having luck with this. Turn this back around and do the base. So I have this piece of cedar that I've been using as jam chuck lately. This should just fit right over there. Yep. I'm going to take some of the drawer liner that I use as padding. So what I have here is this. It really is just drawer liner, like for your kitchen drawers, and it keeps the bowl from slipping around, and also hopefully keeps it from getting dented. Actually, what I'm going to do, I actually don't want to put a hole in the bottom of this. I just have this little piece of scrap here. This is what you call it, particle board. I can then put right in here. bit off. But what I can do is manipulate it just a little bit. That's going to be good enough. That's not perfect, but I just need to do a little bit to get this foot off. Actually, I think I'm going to use my spindle gouge. That is just as simple as that. And then I can sand this. So this is the finished bowl, if you can see it. Not quite finished with the bottom yet. I still will need to do some work with that after it warps. I will flatten it out a little bit and take the spot off the middle. But now for the fun part, we're going to go into the kitchen.
So now this guy gets a minute and a half in the microwave. See the steam coming off of this. Now you may not see a whole lot of movement in this thing yet. It's probably too hot to touch. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this down here on my little cutting board and let him dry for a little bit, let him cool off, and then he'll get another shot.
So here we are after this bowl has had 3 shots in the microwave of 90 seconds each. And then it got just a little bit of touch-up sanding by hand, just in a rough spot or two, and then got some walnut oil. And you see how the beads have sort of collapsed in some areas. They really accentuate the warping. And it's gone quite oval. I just think it's really fun. I said I would show you the other pieces that I've done in this collection. This is the first one, little natural edge, and it's hard to see, but these striations here are actually you can actually feel them. They don't just look look like that. They actually feel like that, which is really cool. And then we have this guy. This one didn't warp quite as much, but still went sort of wonky sideways. It was once described to me that all of these pieces, what happens when the bowl warps is the growth rings try to flatten out. So you'll see these sides go down. You can see it a lot more on this bowl. The sides go down because the growth rings are trying to flatten out. And then the last one is just a little simple, but again, really, really moved dramatically. This one has a rounded base, as you can see. And just, yeah, these all just turned out really well. So I really recommend trying this. You know, do a little test bowl and see how it works. Just play with it, experiment with it. This is the first time that I've really done this, and it's turned out really well. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.